Hey guys, it's me, the DP expansion here. Got a little random off-the-cuff video today. So the Game Awards was yesterday, although actually 2 days ago because this is going up 2 days after, you know. If you guys don't know me, you probably know me, if anything, my love for Super Smash Bros. I got like Smash, Mario, those are my favorite franchises, but very close behind. It's not even could even be. I like it more than Mario, but I don't think so. Is Mega Man. I love Mega Man. So if you know anything about the franchise, you should know that it's rather painful to be a Mega Man fan for the past number of years because Capcom, they put out Mega Man 11 in 2018, which was great. I really liked Mega Man 11. And then they're like, yeah, you got Mega Man 11. So imagine my shock where we see that at the Game Awards, they announce a new Mega Man game. And Mega Man Dual Override is the new game. It's basically Mega Man 12. I think Capcom said, it's not called Mega Man 12 obviously, but Capcom said that this is the next mainline Mega Man game. So it seems like they're ditching the numbers, which sometimes I think it's good to ditch the numbers, but other times I feel like, with Mega Man, you got to 11, at that point you keep going. I always thought Mega Man and Final Fantasy should be the ones that they should always just keep the numbers, the numbers, whatever. I just wanted to talk about it because you saw my reaction of it in the Game Awards, possibly. Maybe you watched my reaction live, or you watched the VOD, or you watched the short I put up on my main channel. This is, if you're new here, by the way, this is my second channel. I got my main channel, DPX Solo. It's in the description. Or maybe you saw the reaction highlights that is uploaded on this channel. I lost my shit. I really did. Just because I really wasn't expecting Mega Man. I heard the reports that Capcom are looking to, focus a lot on some of their franchises and singled out Mega Man, Devil May Cry, and Ace Attorney. And I saw them, I'll believe it when I see it. I think, Ace Attorney and Devil May Cry, those are way more believable, and don't get me wrong, them wanting to do more with those two IPs are great. There's a lot you can say about that. But Mega Man, I'll believe it when I see it. You've been saying for a while that you, still value Mega Man. You've been saying for a while that Mega Man 11 sold well enough to where you're satisfied with it. But still nothing for 7 years. So I really was not expecting Mega Man at the Game Awards. I really wasn't. And then you get the trailer that is a slow build-up. And for context, with all the reports of Half-Life 3 being there, and people seemed really certain it was gonna be there, I was never certain. So I said, and this was all me, nobody told me to do this. I said, if Half-Life 3 is at the Game Awards, I will dye my hair blonde, right? So imagine we have Jeff Keighley kind of hyping up something really big, he's really excited to show this, and then a build up to something, and it's sort of this tech, sort of futuristic hallway. Maybe that could have been the sort of the thing in the beginning of the first Half-Life, maybe it could be something like that. So I'm oh no, is this Half-Life? Because it was a mix of emotions, because I didn't want to dye my hair blonde, but at the same time, if that was Half-Life 3, I also probably would have lost my goddamn mind. But then I heard, the music. It was a motif, a slower version of Wily Castle. And I'm oh my god, it's Mega Man. Holy shit. And they showed, a little bit of gameplay, and they showed it is your traditional Mega Man game, a side-scroller, And yeah, 2027, which I was disappointed to find out it's coming out in 2027, but I mean, it's easily my most anticipated game of 2027, you know. I will say, I remember the Game Awards, they showed a bunch of 2027 games, which was interesting. But, you know, Mega Man, easily my most anticipated game of 2027. Easily. And I don't think anything will beat it. Right, I want to give some thoughts on this game, though, right? It was kind of funny. I was, like, as in, like, the channel, the podcast. I was watching their podcast, and they were like kind of going through some hot takes for the Game Awards, right? And they read a bunch of comments saying like the Mega Man, the Mega Man reveal was underwhelming for the gameplay they showed. And there's a few points that they brought up that I could understand, but like this is almost like a light response video to that. It's not like meant to just be a response to kind of funny, because they were also kind of just reading like hot takes, right? But they like something along the lines of like, you know, you got 12 entries and it's still a normal side scroller and it hasn't evolved too much. I get where you're coming from. The thing is, this is Mega Man Classic, right? I think you kind of keep this one pure. If you want like some crazy experimentation stuff, you know, there's X. X did like some crazy stuff, you know. There's Battle Network, there's Star Force, there's Legends, you know, there's Zero. There's a bunch of other Mega Man, like, sub-series. And then Mega Man Classic kind of keeps things normal, keeps things streamlined, right? And I heard there's people being like, you know, this should, like, how is it still a 2D platformer? It's like, that's just what Mega Man is. And look, they never, like, went 3D for, like any like the main series, like the Mega Man Classic, but they did go 3D or no, it wasn't even 2.5D. They went 3D, like it was half 2D, half 3D, and not in like 2.5D. It's like some of the game was in 2D, some of the game was in 3D. They did that in X7, which was really weird. That did not work, right? And I'm not saying like it could never work, but I'm just saying maybe just Mega Man works the best 2D. Like, this is Mega Man. And this part is more of a response to Kinda Funny. They said, like, the game should go more with, like, a modern pixelated aesthetic. Like, they pointed out, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, like, or Ninja Gaiden, like, the Ragebound. Like, their aesthetics being, like, modern pixelated. That would look really cool. Do not get me wrong. Like, that would look really cool. But I think we all agree they should not go back to the 8-bit art style, right? Which they shouldn't. Don't get me wrong, it looks great. It's the most synonymous with Mega Man. But, like, if you want to evolve the series, if you wanted to move forward, I don't think you go back to that. You gotta make it look newer, right? I just don't know. Like, obviously this, like, sort of Marvel Cosmic Invasion sort of aesthetic, it's not the same thing as an 8-bit NES aesthetic, but it's still retro, and it's still, like, you're still going with a pixelated aesthetic. I think going with an aesthetic like this makes the most sense. I know why they're doing it, and I know why people are a bit iffy on that. But I know why they're going with this aesthetic, and I think it makes the most sense. As for ways to evolve the series, the thing is, if we were getting Mega Man games every 2-3 years, and they weren't evolving the series, I would definitely, like, say something. But the last Mega Man game we got was 7 years ago. It'll be 9 years by the time we get this game, because this isn't coming out till 2027. Right? So, I think, like, you do kind of paint yourself in a bit of a corner if you're just gonna if you're gonna have these giant gaps in between Mega Man games, you know, but you should evolve the series a little bit. Like, the biggest evolution we've had in the series, like, to, like, add, like, a mechanic or something was when they did, like, the double gear system in the last game, right? Like, no other Mega Man game had that, and even then, like, the double gear system I didn't find myself using it that much. I mean, it's been a while since I played Mega Man 11, So maybe I don't recall using it that much, right? So yeah, you gotta like maybe add more mechanics other than just like you beat a robot master and then you unlock their ability, right? It seems like there might be like an overdrive mechanic, because if you look at the end of the trailer, I've seen the trailer so many times, I'm so fucking hyped. But if you see the end of the trailer, Mega Man his suit kind of like does this weird thing where like it like deforms or something like that, or like something weird happens with this suit. So maybe that's like a hint at like some new mechanic, and I would just assume it's called like an override or mechanic or something like that, you know. But here's a way I was thinking they can possibly evolve this series, but I have hangups about this because I don't know if this will actually really work. But what if this is just me throwing this out there, because what they showed, like, that is not enough to really like determine how this game is gonna be. Like, we sort of just assume what it's gonna be like, because all Mega Man games are, even though they're great, they are like structurally and formula-wise kind of the same, right? And we assume that will also be the case with this game, and that would be a smart observation to make, because we have no reason to not believe that. But let's just say hypothetically, here's like a suggestion of maybe something that they could do. Maybe not in this game, but Capcom, if you're somehow watching this video by a channel with like 100 subscribers, here's my pitch to you. What if it's like, what if you do like a Metroidvania Mega Man? And I guess I understand a Metroidvania wouldn't entirely work based on the way Mega Man is structured, where you like, it's like you pick your stage by Robot Master and you fight, you go through the stage, you know. So so it wouldn't be like a complete Metroidvania, but make it more along the lines of like Shinobi Art of Vengeance, where that was was like a semi-Metroidvania, right? It wasn't one big interconnected world like a normal Metroidvania is, but each level was broken up into each level, so it was more like arcadey, right? It was like an arcade Metroidvania almost, but each level was like almost like their own little Metroidvanias, right? So maybe you do that, where it's like each level, each stage that you select is not a normal left to right level. Like maybe you gotta like do certain things, you gotta unlock certain paths. Maybe even you beat a certain Robot Master and you unlock their ability, and that can be used to clear a path in one of the other stages, you know? Just a suggestion. That could be an interesting way to evolve Mega Man. There's like some sacrifices they would have to make. I don't think you go with a full 8 Robot Masters if you want to do that. But still, that's just a suggestion. And either way, this game is like 2 years off. Although I don't think it's going to come out this time in 2027. It'll probably be a bit earlier than that, right? So at most, I'd say maybe like a year and a half away. But still, I'm excited for Mega Man Dual Override. I'm kind of a weird title. I gotta get used to calling it that. And for some reason, I keep wanting to say Overdrive. But Mega Man Dual Override, I can't wait. What are you guys' thoughts? Anything about what I just said? I just wanted to ramble about the game. I'm excited. Bye!